slowly but surely. And we have yet another community meeting for you today with an agenda that's being put together as I speak. So I'm going to just drag on and probably mention a few interesting jokes for you first. Well, no, anyway. We will definitely be updating the agenda document after the meeting with any updates that you may want to see in there or you're curious about. But in general, from the big news that we could share outside of the agenda, there's nothing big happening. We have the 63 release happening, and I think the Sumo day is finishing today, or the Sumo week, I would say, for the release is finishing today. But I'm pretty sure Rachel is going to share more details about this with you, or any updates that are coming your way. And other than that, I think without further ado, I'm just going to say great to have Noah and Chris joining us. And Roll in the room, who's probably going to jump out in 10 minutes, and Rachel. And Beatrice streaming us live to the entire universe. Okay, so yeah, let's go through the agenda. And if you have the time to update the participant section at some point, please do so. For now, I'm going to walk you through the community roundtable. We have a question added by Saburo. Generally, there is a bug. There's an outstanding bug about questions going into only one forum because it's impossible to choose the other one. So the issue is that people cannot select Firefox for Fire TV or Firefox for Echo Show when moving Firefox questions from another product or the top contributors support forum dashboard. So basically, this is a moderation issue, and
it's an I think it's a AAQ issue. It's a issue we'll have to change in software.
Yeah. So yeah, we have people exchanging comments there. And I think Madalena is on it. She's need info. So I'm just going to ping her about it and hopefully she's going to push the right people in the right direction. But yeah, as you know, this may be something that needs to simply be a bit more advertised. Sorry? Oh, sorry. I thought I heard somebody. Never mind. So yeah, this issue, I'm going to escalate it to Madalena and we'll see how she prioritizes it and how the developers we have available at this moment to support us and make sure that the platform works more or less okay can tackle this.
Yeah, I had a discussion with Sabura about this. I believe that the conclusion hopefully will be that we separate them into two forums. And hopefully we can do this before the all hands. I think it's like a one-line code change. The other issue, the issue then is what happens to the old questions when we separate the forums. That answer I don't know. Luckily, those questions, we don't get too many of them. And if we can't keep the old questions, then we can summarize them into a wiki page or something, or put them into a Sumo KB article. So I think Saburo is right. We shouldn't have. It's not optimal the way it is, and so we should fix it. Thank you, Paul, aka Saburo.
Yeah, thank you very much for mentioning this. I'm going to jump over the cool community news and contributors of the week. There's no input in those categories for updates and announcements. Roland, is there anything that we should add to the product update section, or are we all just in the wake of the 63 release and business as usual in general?
In my last 6 minutes, I will talk endlessly and drone on. No, we've had the usual, it's all summarized in the support contributor forum with red. We had the dark theme on Windows, Mac, and Linux. We added a feature to Firefox to adjust to the dark theme. On Windows, there is a preference that is new to use the default Firefox light theme, and that works well on Windows. I believe we will fix it more in 64 and 65. There was a question about, I don't know what this, I can't even remember now. Bookmark spacing, also fixed through user hacks, user Chrome CSS. We've had the usual Twitter and support forum questions about RAM, about the bookmarks UI, about antivirus screwing up their Firefox. But again, another sort of small release, not sort of, another small release. And so far, not too many problems. We did have a 6301 for desktop. I believe, I'm not sure whether it's going to be called 6302 or 6303 for Firefox for Android. I think those are the product updates that I have. Yeah, so Firefox for Android 6302, I'm going to call it 6302. It might actually be 6303. Will come out today or tomorrow, I think. When that happens, I'll put it in our SUMO support contributor forum thread. That's it.
Cool. Thank you, Ron. Thank you so much for the updates. So yeah, it's good to know. And yeah, there was also the actually you said so many things. I don't know if I noticed that or not, but we have Firefox Lite instead of Firefox Rocket, right? That's kind of a
Oh yeah, that was November the 1st. I forgot about that. November the 1st.
Me too. It's like it just happened.
Well, it just so many things are going on. It's the usual get everything done before Christmas rush at Mozilla.
Yeah. As a person that likes kind of heavy metal music as well, I'm kind of Firefox Lite is cool, but Firefox Heavy would be cooler, you know.
Firefox Heavy Metal.
Hey, there's Chrome all over the place, you know. Like there's the directory called Chrome, and you know the part of the browser that they call Chrome. Well, anyway, yeah, that would be really nice to have. For platform updates, we don't have Madeleine in the room, and I think it's business as usual in platform land. We're in maintenance mode, and nothing big is changing after the visual refresh. So yeah, that's more or less it, unless we hear otherwise. I know that Madeleine has in 5 or 6 different projects on different levels for different things. So, you know, platform changes may not be coming anytime soon, but we'll try to make sure that that one pesky issue that was mentioned by Saburo in the community roundtable is going to get addressed, definitely. Sooner or later, hopefully sooner. For the knowledge base in LTN, we've had over 680 edits in the KB over the last 7 days, which is absolutely awesome. It's actually a huge spike now that I think about it. So yeah, I think it's just getting colder, and in several places people are staying home longer, you know, and in the evening, you know, you sit in front of your fireplace, have let's say, a mug of hot chocolate, and you just localize an article or two. Speaking of articles, go on.
Renaming to Firefox Lite was one of the causes, because Joni had to edit a whole bunch of articles to rename the product. That, and there's a push for Thunderbird 60 to Thunderbird 52 users that just happened. So there's probably a lot of updates happening to Thunderbird articles as well.
These are very good reasons to tip the scales a bit towards high numbers. So yeah, thank you so much for the context here, Chris. And absolutely, as the Firefox Lite change, that was quite a few articles here and there. And yeah, we have Firefox Lite is mainly meant to be for 3 locales, as in Indonesian, Javanese, and Sundanese, but of course, everybody's welcome to localize the content into any other locale you want. It's not like we're blocking people from doing so. So yeah, probably that was also on the agenda for quite a few localizers. And most of that content is fairly short as well, so that's actually quite cool, and it's easy to localize. Okay, so speaking of articles, Joni started working on the version 64 articles. I will have more details for you soon. For now, I won't be sharing anything just yet, but that's the release that's coming in a month on December 11th, more or less, if I remember correctly. So yeah, you will definitely be informed about this, and you will know what content is out there, whether it is new or whether it is just updated. And speaking of updates, I updated the stats document based on what happened in October in the knowledge base. And I just wanted to point out a couple of things. It's linked from the agenda, but we had a huge spike upwards, a huge uptick for Italian and Portuguese, like European Portuguese. All the other locales are going more or less well as well. I'm very happy to see continued activity in Arabic. So thanks to Tess and Ruba and all the other people localizing in Arabic. We've had a bit of a dry spell there for a while. But yeah, the uptick in Portuguese and Italian is quite interesting. I think there was a lot of small minor changes to many articles that were just waiting in the wings, and now both teams just jumped in, and both communities contributed a lot. That said, we've had a solid 1,135 revisions in the top 20 locales, so that's similar to what we had in September. So again, the colder months are probably attracting a bit more activity, but I mean, of course, this is also related to Firefox Lite and Thunderbird updates. And the total for all accounts, yeah, we had over 1,700 updates to the knowledge base in October, which again is an uptick from the previous month. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of activity before the last big push of the year. So version 64. Expect those numbers to stay that way or maybe even go higher. But I'm super duper happy that everybody's on board, and thanks to all the new people who actually messaged me as well. There's quite a few of you out there asking me about contributing as localizers for more or less popular locales, which is cool. And speaking of more or less popular locales, Firefox Lite has been already mentioned, I think, 15 times during this meeting. So Fauzan Alfi, who's one of our contributors for Indonesia, and he's also coordinating Javanese and Sundanese. I'm working with him directly on rallying the people who have been localizing or relocalizing Firefox Lite into Javanese and Sundanese, and making sure that the content is going to get rolled out. So these two locales should be coming to support soon, maybe next week. I just want to figure out a good plan with him to make sure that we can get the contributors ready and rolling. And speaking of contributors, over to Rachel for the support forum and social support updates. Thank you.
So I just wanted to let you know that we're making some changes to the Splash That page for the Firefox 63, right? We're not on 64 yet. Firefox 63 Sumo Week Sprint. We gathered a bunch of thank yous and appreciation tweets from those of you who participated in social support. So I just wanted to roll the credits in this meeting for a few minutes. So some of these are really exciting. One thing to note for 64, responsive design mode is fixed in 64. Everything is fine. Everything is great. Thanks for your help. We're here to help. Firefox for life. Thank you. Thank you. So we had over 15, 20 thank yous. So here is your entourage. I don't know if that'll play, but thank you so much. You have saved lots and lots of Firefox users. So that's all I had. There's also a feedback survey for those of you that participated in Sumo Day or have been in Sumo Day before. It's linked into the agenda. Wiki doesn't like HTTP third-party sites, so the Google short link is easily copied and pasted into a URL bar. I also wanted to welcome 2 new users in social support, Ruba and Ma Dixie Z. Welcome to the casual support team, as well as Eamon and Gerd. Welcome to the reply by buffer tool. Say hi. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. For the support forum, please check out the top contributor discussion in the discourse thread. We're going to get a chance to talk to the team during a work week next week on Thursday and Friday. about this to help better promote positive leadership around the SUMO community. So if you have opinions or thoughts, put them in there. We are gathering use cases for different elements to incorporate themes into new moderator. What's it called? Guidelines that have been postponed on publishing, contributor guidelines that have kind of been in the review queue for quite some time. So check out that discussion. It'll be the driving force for some of those changes. And I hate the word enforce, basically to enable some of those changes in a positive way. So check those out. But yeah, that's it. I didn't have much else. My access to our top question page is not working at the moment, so hopefully I'll have those up later this week once I get that working on this page. Yep. Back to you, Michal.
Okay, thank you very much, Rachel, for the updates. It's really cool. I really like the way you roll the credits. Maybe we could kind of get some sort of an animation going, or I don't know. Maybe that's a feature request for the website. You know, once an event is over, we could have like a rolling starring. Well, anyway, okay. Yeah. So wait. Somebody Google survey. Okay. That's okay. Sorted. So I think we're done with the meeting for today. But I am going to still leave an eye out. Yeah. Sorry.
I think Noah added an item to the agenda. If you
There is
refresh
an
it.
item. Oh, okay. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Sorry.
Looking at
Oh, yeah.
Chris.
Because just to make sure. Okay. So yeah, indeed. Thank you so much, Chris. So yeah, he missed the roundtable segment. He's adding at the very end. Okay, fair enough. So we have a report from Noah that a few users have discovered a bug in Rachel's SUMO Day Google survey, the social support survey above, where the email is mandatory or not accepted at all, even if it's valid. Most likely a Google form glitch. Maybe set the email field to be optional. Okay, Rachel. So I mean, this is GDocs being GDocs, I would say sometimes. So that can probably be amended, and email field being optional. I don't know if this is gonna work for you, Rachel, for the survey, or
I'll fix that right now.
perfect. Awesome.
I also have one more agenda item.
Go for it.
So as you may have seen some new contributions in the Kitsune Git repo, I wanted to welcome Shivani, one of our candidates for the outreachy internship that'll be starting in December. So I just wanted to give you all a heads up that there's going to be an intern working on the onboarding pages for both social and auditing some of the onboarding user flows from the quick start page over to the how to contribute documentation. So there's going to be 2 A/B tests running over the course of December, January, February, March, as well as even a homepage for social support, so we can all be in the same place. So Shivani, welcome. There are other candidates here as well. Sorry about the laptop problems. I hope you are doing wonderful where you are. So we will have the final decision, I believe, next week for that outreachy intern project. So yeah, welcome.
Welcome, indeed. Welcome, Shivani. Okay, so I think that I'm going to refresh the page just because you never know. Things may have happened. But okay, I think this concludes the agenda for today. Thank you so much for everybody who attended and watched and added stuff to the agenda. Remember, this is a living document, so you can still add things or ask us to add things if you think that something is missing as a summary of what has been going on and what is going to happen. Looking forward. Okay, thank you so much once more time, and we'll see you around. And next week,
is fixed.
Okay.
Sorry.
Thank you, Rachel. That
Yeah,
was super fast.
sorry.
Amazing.
That's how you
Okay,
end a
great.
meeting.
Thanks.
Fixed. Reported fixed. That's how you do it. Okay.
Sorry, Michal.
Next week's, yeah, no worries. That's important to know. Next week's meeting, we'll see how it happens, but there's gonna be some surprises, I think. We'll see. We'll see who's gonna be where. Well, cannot spoil anything right now. Take it easy and talk to you soon, people. Take care.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
bye.
Thank you. Bye.